Hello, hello, and hello, and welcome to Context, a series where I take some of the crazy scenes and different things like that from comic books and video games and the like that you've probably heard of, and I kind of add a little context to them. Stuff that you might even be familiar with, or you might have even read yourself. As you've probably seen in the title, this one's a doozy. If you've ever wondered how many people She-Hulk has slept with, well, the story kind of gives you an estimate, just a little bit, and it's quite a few, as you probably would imagine. So this story takes place right after the time Tony Stark depowered She-Hulk back into Jennifer Walters, quote unquote, permanently, according to him. Uh, this happens because she finds out that he and the Illuminati actually shot her cousin Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, into space, and obviously she gets pissed off about that. So Tony depowers her. Tony, aka Iron Man, depowers her just to kind of get her out of the way. He does this by using, I think it's like some kind of nanobots that I guess suppresses the gamma radiation that was within her, and it's supposed to. I think he said this was his backup plan for the Hulk in case he comes back. But like a good lawyer, Jen, she plans on suing him and getting revenge for that, and so because he basically depowered her. Yeah, but obviously, it actually, even though she says that, it actually is a little weird being her old self again. She's so used to being She-Hulk that being Jen, just playing plain old Jennifer Walters is a little weird to her. She's still getting used to it. Jen bumps into one of her coworkers, Mallory, in the elevator. They work for the same law firm. I believe later She-Hulk doesn't, she stops working for the same law firm as Mallory. I could be wrong, I'm not a big She-Hulk comic reader. Let me know in the comments, but I think, since this story is about 10 years old, so I think at this point she's still working with her. So anyway, Jen and Mallory here have a talk with each other, and then she reveals that she's planning to sue Iron Man, and Mallory actually reveals that she's been working on a little case of her own. She doesn't reveal who her client is to Jen here, but later on, it's shown that she arrives to Gamma Base 1. It's a prison where they keep Hulk level threats in the Marvel Universe, and there her client is revealed, and it's revealed to be the leader. Dun, 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 dun. The leader has been put on trial for basically being the leader, doing leader things, such as killing people, blowing up people, all the things the leader does. The leader is a Hulk villain who is, when the Hulk, he's super angry and muscular, and the leader is just kind of scrawny and brilliant. And yeah. And as you would expect, once Jen finds out about this, she is completely against the idea, considering, how many people he's killed and the fact that he also tried to kill her cousin. She says she's completely out of this one, but Mallory needs her for the case, as she sees her as being a gamma transformation expert for obvious reasons. She actually serves her up with a subpoena, guessing that she was going to take the route of not wanting to assist her with this case. So at this point, she has no choice but to testify in it. We see a couple testimonies here and there, most of them about how terrible the leader is. But Doc Samson actually comes in for the case for a bit and confirms that radiation did have some kind of effect on his mind. I don't think he exactly means it the way Mallory is intending here, but yeah, he says enough that she's able to use it in her defense of the leader. Now it's when Jen gets to the stand that the whole story becomes a little bit wacky. Basically, Mallory's defense on the case rests on one thing. Can gamma affect a person's mind to the point that they are not fully in control of their actions? And to prove this, she suggests that Jen is actually more promiscuous when she's the She-Hulk. Yeah. Now, of course, she denies this in court, but this is when things get really, really dumb. I'm sorry, this story is super silly. Basically, Mallory basically asks her to name all the people she slept with as the She-Hulk, and at first she objects, but she's a witness, so she can't really do that. So she has to actually list all the people she slept with in She-Hulk form. Now, it is quite a bit of people. It takes her, don't worry, it's not like completely blown out of proportion. Like, it's probably something that probably some people her age would, I mean, honestly, with as many one night stands as She-Hulk has, if someone was, sexually active, it's probably I guess a decent time. It takes her about 20 minutes to name everyone, which isn't terrible. It's not like they went completely crazy and was like, oh, it took her 4 hours to name everyone. No, they went to something that was somewhat realistic in this case. And I say somewhat because it's still quite a few people, but not completely impossible of a feat. Yeah, but then they ask her how many people she slept with in her Jennifer Walters form, and it's about 3 people. So this actually causes her to have a moment to reflect on the past and just how much she loves being She-Hulk over her normal self. She feels more confident as the She-Hulk. She feels stronger. She's not as vulnerable. It's a number of things. So it's actually kind of, despite how silly everything is, it's nice to have a little bit of character development for her. I mean, later when she becomes a She-Hulk, I think she forgets all the character development that this game gives her. But for right now, it's nice to see that she herself realizes that, that this is a problem. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It only gets sillier from here, believe it or not. Basically, Mallory pulls out a comic book where she says while she was in She-Hulk form, she slept with the Juggernaut, which actually did happen, but they're retconning it as if it didn't happen, and they're saying it was in a comic book instead of. It actually was canon at one point, but they're retconning it. Then it turns out there's another her from another dimension that slept with the Juggernaut, and it's all kind of dumb, to be honest. It's all kind of dumb. So I won't go into too much detail about it. If you want to, take a look at it yourself, be sure to check out She-Hulk number 19. That's pretty much it. So until next time, you guys take care. Bye.